Hey bookworms, welcome back to my channel and welcome generally if that's your first time here. Today I am wrapping up the Devilish Haul reviews. If you don't know what I'm talking about, a while ago I did a haul where all the books had some sort of a evil or devil-ish, some sort of a theme to them. I will link everything down below if you feel like checking it out. So today I'll be talking about the last book of the bunch, Angels of Music by Kim Newman. I know, angels, not demons, but if you know Kim Newman, you know there's gonna be some sort of a very dark fantasy. And it will have something to do with the Phantom of the Opera, because in case you don't know, in Phantom of the Opera, the Phantom called Christine his Angel of Music and she called him her Angel of Music, and this is pretty much everything I knew about this book prior to reading it. So what this book is about? Well, let me put it like this. Imagine 19th century Charlie's Angels takes place in Paris, France. Hold on. With the Phantom of the Opera as Charlie and other female characters from other books as the angels. Yep, that's pretty much what this book is about. So in 19th century Paris, the Phantom of the Opera, Eric is his name, has an agency called the Opera Ghost Agency, and people are paying him to solve issues that for one reason or another they cannot go to the police with. And the Phantom has a bunch of girls who are working for him, his angels, and they're the ones who are doing all the footwork and getting rid of the bad guys or whatever it is that these people need them to do. And if it sounds insane, that's because it is, but it's kind of what's so cool about this book. Look, I've read 3 books by Kim Newman, and one thing that I really like that he always does is reference and kind of mixing of genres and mixing of different literary work. And speaking of, one of the things that I love about those kind of references is that if you get it, great. If not, you just continue reading and you enjoy interesting stories and interesting characters. And speaking of, the characters here are also great. You got a bunch of really cool feminine characters, and this is another thing that I generally like about Kim Newman's writing. He writes really great feminine characters. Most of them are really what you call strong female characters. They are either physically strong or just very smart. They're very capable, they're fighting for what's right, they want the truth to get out, to do the right thing, etc. But on one hand, they're not just there to be sexy or pretty, and on the other hand, they're not some sort of superhero. They're strong characters, like I said, but sometimes some of them think about settling and fighting true love and having a family and getting married, which is okay, they're still strong female characters even if they think of girly stuff like that sometimes. So what do we have so far? We have a really interesting concept, a really imaginative one. We've got a bunch of references. Yeah, here you have references from Citizen Kane, Mission Impossible, to Jedi mind tricks and the Vulcan neck pinch. Oh, and Batman. Actually, the character of Batman is there. No spoilers. So references, great female character, really interesting ideas. Some parts are really creepy, which is great. It is a dark fantasy genre. So overall, pretty cool. Unfortunately, now we're getting to what bothered me with this book, and this affects everything else. What bothered me most is the structure of this book. The book's structure is like 6 short stories, more like 5.5 actually, because one of these short stories is incredibly short and, in my opinion, almost pointless. But something that is important for me to say is I personally cannot stand short stories. I don't know what it is about them that I hate so much. You know what? Actually, I do know. I feel, and this is completely my opinion, we all have different tastes, but for me, personally, I feel that when you have a short story, you don't have enough time or space to have a full, interesting, deep sort of story. Like I said, that the characters were really interesting, and they are, but we almost don't get to know them. They are there for a very short amount of time, and then they finish the mission, and then the next chapter, it's a bunch of other girls. And from the way it says in the back of the book, let me just read it for you. So it says here about the Upper Ghost Agency, everything I told you before, but it is one dreadful murder during the 1910 Great Flood of Paris that brings Irene Adler, Kate Reed, and others together for a final deadly confrontation. From what it says in the back, it implies very strongly that the main event of this book is this deadly confrontation that is a result of this murder in 1910. But the truth is, it's simply the last story, one of 6. It wasn't that good. Look guys, to be honest, I really like the setting, I really like the idea, but I honestly don't understand why he wrote the book like that. Maybe it's just me because I really cannot stand short stories, but I do feel that it would have been a lot more effective if I would have read a book that has 1 mission instead of 6. So even though I don't think it's a bad book, I do think it's interesting and all of the good things that I already mentioned before, the structure was problematic and really bothered me, and I think that of all the 3 books by Kim Newman that I've read, this is my least favorite, and that's such a shame. It could have been so cool if it would have been either a series or just 1 book with 1 mission. And I think that that's where I leave it in terms of the review, which leads me to a question that I want to ask you guys. First of all, do you like short stories? And secondly, do you have a pet peeve when it comes to literature structure or writing style? Like, I know that some people cannot stand reading books that are written in first person. What sort of things do you hate in books? And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please don't forget to click like and show it, and to subscribe to my channel if you dare, if you want to see some more reviews and other book related videos. And again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.